No, I mean,
But you can't watch a Kurosawa film and not feel.
I'll tell you
like,
what, I think for a lot of young people, they're missing out on some of like the great beauty in life is to be able to give yourself over for 2 hours to a Kurosawa film, or to give yourself over to a book for an hour, just but an hour. And that's what we're going to see, I think, in the coming years, is people are going to look at this like they looked at junk food, like they looked at cigarettes and say, this is not healthy for me.
You've seen that list of 5 regrets of the dying. It's things like, I wish I'd allowed myself to be the person I wanted to be, not the person others expected of me. I wish I'd worked less. I wish I'd kept in touch with my friends. I would bet an awfully large amount of money that one of them in starting about 30 years' time is going to be, I wish I spent less time on my phone. The margins are amazing, the scale is just fantastic, but you never get to see someone holding your course. If you get to see someone...
If you do it as cohorts, which we have done, you do get to see them digitally, and now our idea is to actually go, hey, can we take that and have that be also entry into a live workshop or live session?
That's going to crush.
Perilously close to like
crush.
the creator Tony Robbins.
Right,
I can see you on stage.
Yeah.
I'll make a bet right now that'll make you guys more money than anything else combined.
Yeah, I think that's...
By far.
Your question that you asked before was like, how does that compare? Like right now, the reality is like in a single check, a brand deal makes more money when it's one client. But as what we're watching right now in the course business is like, 100 people on an $800 product is significant. 1,000 people, it gets even more significant.
Because you guys will sell tickets to the live event, but the sponsors, to get that targeted audience in a captive way, will pay you more than they'll pay for the online. That's where you guys will make money.
But also think about the value prop for, people go to school, they go $50,000, $250,000 in debt. And then what I hear from young people all the time is they go take a course afterwards. And that course for $800 does more from them in the marketplace and getting jobs than the degree did. And I think this roll your own education is very similar to function health in a way, which is like, I'm going to take control of it. I'm not going to have an MD direct my healthcare. I'm going to get my blood work myself. I'm going to do my research. I'm going to go on ChatGPT or Grok or whatever. I'm going to ask about peptides. I'm going to ask about this. I'm going to cross-reference it. I'm going to listen to your podcast or Huberman, whatever. And I think that this self-reliancy and this new category of products and services that are available, it kind of resets this industrialization that occurred. Mm-hmm. I'm sure Procter & Gamble and some of these things didn't start out with the evil intent that is now in their products and in their system.
You gotta cut that out.
Well, I don't give a fuck. I'm not
honestly like
Procter & Gamble. I don't give a shit. They're putting dye in fucking kids cereal.
Why?
When you
why talk shit about Procter & Gamble? Like,
them and fuck their cereals. General Mills can go fuck
They're the
themselves.
enemy. They're the bad guys.
I don't give a shit about their sponsorship. No, seriously.
I guarantee you're using Procter & Gamble toothpaste in about 3 hours.
No. I got that Tom's Amazing.
Procter & Gamble.
My wife puts me on all this shit. I'm telling you, they literally are putting dye in children's cereal. They're putting corn syrup in children's cereal. They're poisoning the fucking country to make an extra 2, 3, 4, 5 cents. What's the word you used? We were talking about the word England you use, the C word.
Yes.
So I agree with Jason.
These guys, right?
Those guys.
Yeah, so we can cut it, but I agree. But I mean, so we just launched a new endeavor called Don't Die Certified, and we're testing foods.
Let's go.
Baby foods, pet foods, all packaged foods. And we got the early results back.
You got the receipts.
We do, and so
How bad is it?
Worse than you think.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you test, Brian? What did you test? Dyes?
We're doing heavy metals.
Heavy metals.
Yep. Then we're doing glyphosate, some other agrochemicals, and then maybe a few phthalates, bisphenols.
What's the worst product you got so far?
So we got results back from.
Have you done any phthalates? Have you done plastics, or is that separate?
Yes, we're doing that too. So we'll probably have it later. There's less evidence around that.
Yeah.
But yes, like the cool model we're doing is if you find your food, go to the website. We'll launch this next week.
Yeah.
Find your food and say, I want this tested. So you can then put up the money. If you get enough money, so it.
What does that cost? $3-4 grand?
No, like $500.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm doing 10.
You're crowdfunding this?
Exactly.
So other people that also eat that thing from Sweetgreen can be like, I want to know if it's got loads of plastics in it.
Exactly. So then the test gets triggered, results come back, and then we go to the brand and we say, hey, come claim your product. So they then come back and we say, all right, now you pay back the people who funded your test. Like you should have been testing in the first place. So they're doing the work for you. So we want to do the food OM in the US. We want to test 20% of the foods that make up 80% of the US diet. So then we can say, on average, the average American consumes blank, mercury per day or cadmium or whatever. So we tested a few of the things. We looked at diapers. There was a dangerously high level of glyphosate in diapers.
For the cotton.
Cotton, exactly.
Roundup Ready cotton.
Exactly. And then we also tested tampons.
Which
high
brands?
glyphosate, you're
High
saying?
heavy metals.
Which brands?
Heavy metals.
Call them out right now.
We can't, so we
Okay,
are,
we got the test soon.
well, exactly. So we're going to reveal the first few ones, but dog food was really bad, which makes sense. Dogs have been living, their shorter lives now. But yeah, once you start seeing this, it's really pretty.
Have you guys checked out plasticlist.org? Do you see that? Nat
Yeah.
Elias'
Oh yeah, that's
thing?
another rich dude spending
This
his
is
money
Zach's-
intelligently.
Zach's,
I
I know.
love it. No, I'm
But-
totally
But I mean,
honest.
look,
This. Hold on a second. This
or
guy.
I don't. It's all. I know it's super hyperbolic, but like just the plastic thing. It's really important to note. They rank things, but you also have to look at the absolute numbers. This is where this can get a little too carried away. I think that there's a lot of shocking shit in there that's super bad. But you've also got to recognize that a tiny amount that's like 1/1 trillionth of something that could ever affect your body to flush out may not be that bad. So we've got to be really cognizant on how we interpret this stuff.
These motherfuckers knew the whole time they were doing it. They knew.
Who's they?
They were these.
This is like when
the
Brian's
industrial
Brian's like
complex.
we. Like
Now
who's
give
the
me
they?
one
Like,
third of a Newtonic and you've got
Jason,
fired up. What's going on?
Thank you. This
Yeah,
is great.
This is a great.
No, I'm telling you, I am so infuriated about this because these people, it's true, they knew they were doing this. And it takes some rich guy who's bored and principled, no offense, I love you, I love you. And who's the guy who's doing the plastic.org?
Zach.